It's that time of year again. And typically discussing the holiday season with interfaith couples can be a bit of a sensitive issue. But this year we've found several celebrity couples that have decided to fully embrace their theological and cultural differences and celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah, because why not? Celebrating both holidays has its perks. First of all, it's not like you have to choose one or the other. This year, Hanukkah is celebrated from December 10th to the 18th, giving any festive dual-celebrator plenty of time to make Christmas plans after the final candle of the Menorah has been lit. Obviously, most people aren't going to be celebrating both holidays this year, but for those who do, those lucky few get to partake in double the celebration while tapping into two very different and storied traditions. And at that point, it doesn't matter what kind of wrapping paper you use, just think about all the tasty food you and your family will get to chow down on. That sounds like a win-win. Anyways, let's see which superstar couples will be having both a Christmas tree and a menorah in their homes this year. Those lucky ducks. ASHTON KUTCHER and MILA KUNIS. KUTCHER grew up in a Christian household and celebrated all the Christian holidays, while KUNIS was raised Jewish. In fact, her family migrated to the U.S. from Russia when she was a child. Back in Soviet Russia, Kunis's family holiday traditions were more subdued. She told ET back in 2017 that the communist state wouldn't allow its citizens to be happy by celebrating as they pleased. So when her family finally found their way to America, they decided to go all out. They saw Christmas as being widely inclusive, so the first thing they did was buy a Christmas tree. It also proved to be the perfect excuse for Kunis's family to come together and get drunk, which happens to be one of their favorite opportunities. KUNIS and KUTCHER have also adopted Easter and other popular Christian holidays into their household, although they've made it a point to start building their own unique traditions to go along with the traditional ones. To them, the holiday season is an opportunity for their family to come together. This isn't the first time she was involved with someone of a different faith. Before she married ASHTON, she dated former child star Macaulay Culkin, who's a Roman Catholic. Pink and Casey Hart. Pink, whose real name is Alicia Beth Moore, is Jewish. Her husband, former professional motocross rider and current off-road truck racer Casey Hart, is a devout evangelical Christian. The couple has been married since 2006, giving them plenty of time to work out their cross-cultural holiday plans. Pink has expressed a desire to pass on her Jewish identity to her children. In 2018, the couple posted pictures on their Instagram showing their kids in front of a Christmas tree while lighting the menorah for Hanukkah. Really, what kid could complain about getting to celebrate two holidays? That's really the best of both worlds. EUGENE LEVY and DEBORAH Devine. Dan Levy, their son, tweeted in 2012 that he was a celebrator of both Christmas and Hanukkah. He described himself as a halfie. In the tweet, he said one half of himself was celebrating Hanukkah, while the other half was putting lights and ornaments on the Christmas tree. "My body is confused," he quipped. EUGENE and Dan further explored their interfaith dynamic in the hit show Schitt's Creek. Moira, played by Catherine O'Hara, is Christian, and Johnny, played by EUGENE Levy, is Jewish, which is very much like Dan Levy's real-life family situation. His dad is Jewish and his mother, DEBORAH Devine, is Christian. Mark Mezvinsky and Chelsea Clinton. Clinton was raised as a Methodist, while her husband Mezvinsky is Jewish. The couple married in 2010 in an interfaith marriage ceremony that incorporated both families' faith traditions. Clinton, who still identifies as a Christian, tweeted back in 2017 she enjoys lighting the Hanukkah candles with her family, even though she also thoroughly enjoys all the Christmas traditions as well. Why should she have to choose? ALDA and ARIENE WEISS. ALDA isn't Jewish, despite the fact that his name sounds like he might be. In fact, old Hawkeye identifies as Catholic. He made Moment magazine's list of non-Jews often misidentified as Jews back in 2009. His wife, Arlene Weiss, who he's been with for 63 years, is Jewish. That means ALDA has been immersed in Judaism for the majority of his adult life. Even though their family will be celebrating both Christmas and Hanukkah this year, ALDA's favorite holiday of the year is Passover. In 2017, he described Passover as being a lot like Thanksgiving. People get together and share a meal and some uplifting drink and celebrate being alive. Who wouldn't enjoy that? Jennifer Goodwin and Josh Dallas. Although Goodwin had been fairly disconnected from her Jewish heritage for quite some time, in 2013, she revealed she'd gotten back in touch with her roots, just 1 year before tying the knot with her Christian husband, Josh Dallas. Josh and Jennifer had a son in 2014 they named Oliver. Jennifer joked on social media her son was probably the only Jewish Dallas in the world. Despite getting in touch with her Jewish heritage, Goodwin and family have been spotted getting into the Christmas spirit. In 2017, they were photographed showing off their matching ugly Christmas sweaters. 'Tis the season. Tamron Hall and Stephen Greener. The Emmy Award-winning talk show host and her music executive husband, Stephen, certainly come from two different backgrounds. But after all, love knows no bounds. Hall grew up in a Southern Baptist family, and her husband is Jewish. In 2019, Hall and Greener welcomed their son Moses into the world. Since he was born, he's gotten a chance to experience both Jewish and Christian traditions, including having a bris when he was 8 days old. In case you're unfamiliar with the term, that's a traditional Jewish circumcision. In an interview with EW, Hall said her mom nearly passed out at the ceremony. It was a bit of a cultural shock to her, but Hall explained they're doing their best to combine each other's life experiences and traditions to give their child a fuller existence. Little baby Moses went to Texas to have a christening and confirmation at his grandmother's Southern Baptist church, and this year, no doubt his family will be celebrating both Christmas and Hanukkah. Amanda Peet and David Benioff. David Benioff, best known for co-writing Game of Thrones, as well as writing the screenplay for 2004's Troy and 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine, is a practicing Jew. His wife, actress Amanda Peet, has appeared in films like The Whole Nine Yards, Identity, and Syriana. Peet is a Quaker, and in 2006 their wedding ceremony was held at the Friends Seminary Quaker School in New York City. The ceremony also included a traditional Jewish chuppah, with friends reading poems and singing songs for the newlywed couple. Kevin Bacon and KYRA Sedgwick. Bacon and Sedgwick got married in 1988 in a private civil union. The couple have 3 children together. Even though they both come from different religious backgrounds, this celebrity couple appears to have 0 degrees of separation between each other. Bacon was raised a Roman Catholic, although in recent years he's indicated he isn't much of a believer anymore. KYRA Sedgwick is a practicing Jew. As such, their kids partake in some Jewish traditions, such as Passover and celebrating Hanukkah, as well as taking part in secularized versions of Christian holidays like Easter and Christmas. LIEV SCHREIBER and NAOMI Watts. This one might not count, seeing as these two aren't technically a couple anymore. Even though Schreiber and Watts have been separated for quite some time, their 2 children, Samuel and Sasha, are being raised with both Jewish traditions and Christian traditions. Schreiber is very connected to his Jewish roots and views it as an essential part of who he is. Watts grew up in a Christian family, although she has expressed some degree of interest in Buddhism as well. So even though this particular duo isn't quite an interfaith couple, it's pretty clear their children will be experiencing a fairly diverse holiday season. Granted, some super-Orthodox Christians and Jews would probably take offense to the idea of celebrating both Christmas and Hanukkah. But for most of us, coming together as one united family and embracing different cultural traditions can be remarkably unifying. Not to mention, getting the chance to celebrate both holidays means double the fun, right? I don't know about you, but I'm jealous of folks who get to light the menorah, play with their dreidels, eat tasty chocolate gelt, and get to unwrap presents left by Santa under the tree on Christmas morning. Sounds like the best holiday season ever. Granted, no one should be celebrating any other religions without having a respectful understanding and appreciation of what the traditions represent. But for interfaith families, the door is wide open to enjoy what both religions have to offer. What December holidays will you be celebrating this year? Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa? Let us know in the comments below. And before you go, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications to keep up with all our latest videos. And from all of us at Faxverse, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah.